what do you remember about Sean Mannion from coaching him in that 2017 season? And do you have to dig up those notes from way back then that you have?
I don't think I have to dig up many notes. First of all, what a great person, great teammate. He's got a big-time arm. He is going to do exactly what the coaches tell him. He is so reliable in that regard. And, I've got a lot of respect for him, not only as a person, but as a player.
Bill Huber.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Bill. How are you?
Good, thank you. So what goes through your head when you hear the news this morning that Kirk's not going to play?
Well, yeah, it's unfortunate. Obviously, I got a lot of respect for Kirk, going back a long time to our days in Washington. And first, hope he's feeling okay. And he's a heck of a competitor, and he's had a great year for them and a great career up to this point. So it's certainly he will be missed, I know, on their sideline. But I don't think it changes the way we prepare. Still preparing the same way as we would if he were playing.
Matt Schneidman.
How was it to see Randall back out on the practice field, and has he gotten through these last 2 days pretty okay?
Yeah, it's great to have a guy like that out there. You talk about just a guy that you love being around, just the energy he brings, his attention to detail. He's so helpful for his other teammates, and he's always upholding that standard. So it's great to get him out there. I still think he might be a little ways away yet, but I thought he did pretty well considering, he had surgery how many weeks ago. So he's doing a great job really attacking the rehab the right way, and it was a good step in the process.
Rob Domofsky.
Hey, Matt, happy almost New Year to you. I wondered if you have any new COVID additions or returns today.
Yeah, Rob, happy New Year to you. And we did have a few guys come back today. Henry Black, Tipa, Hamilton. So I think that was it. But nobody added to the list today.
Thank you.
Nicole Menner.
Hey, Matt, the other day you said when it comes to that Vikings offense, you kind of have to pick your poison when it comes to Jefferson and then worrying about the run game. So without Cousins out there, does that change anything for you guys?
I don't think it changes a whole lot in regards to, because I think Sean's been doing it for a long time. He's been in this league for a while now. They still got multiple playmakers on that offense, whether they do it through the air or on the ground. And I think, last year when we played the Vikings in Lambeau on that windy day, I think they only threw the ball 14 times. So there's just so many weapons that they have. Obviously, the two backs, Cook and Madison. But then you look at Jefferson, Osborne, Tyler Conklin's having a great year. So, our defense will have their work cut out for them, and we got to be, getting 11 guys on the same page and just playing with great energy and effort on every snap.
Mark Daniels.
Yeah, hey, Matt, Happy New Year. Do you feel you caught any kind of a break at all with the new COVID protocols getting relaxed just as your outbreak arrives so you can get some guys back in a week?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Happy New Year to you. But, to answer your question, no doubt about it. I mean, we lost quite a few guys, and hopefully we'll have these guys back for Sunday. But, there's still some time between now and then, and they've got to show that progress, and, those symptoms have to kind of go away. So, but it was nice to get guys back in as early as we did this week, for sure.
Jason Wilde.
Matt, I understand how good Aaron's been without practice, but how nice was it to have him participate some today, and what exactly was he able to do for you?
Yeah, Jason, he did an outstanding job today. Just, there's definitely, you can feel the urgency when he's out there, and he kind of sets the tone, and everybody is on top of the details, and you can see it. We did primarily red zone today, and he did everything that everybody else did. So it was great to have him out there.
Aaron Nagler.
Coach, on Monday you mentioned that the Christmas game was your poorest tackling performance of the year. Have you been able to identify anything technique-wise, maybe angle-wise, that guys need to do better across the board? Or is it simply each guy needing to clean up their own technique?
Yeah, I think all of the above, and especially when you're going against a rushing attack like the Cleveland Browns have, you need multiple hats at the point of attack. And unfortunately, in too many instances, there was a lot of space for Chubb to have one-on-one matchups, and that's not. I don't care when you're playing a back of that caliber, just like Dalvin Cook. You better have multiple people at the point of attack and be able to swarm and kind of gang tackle a guy like that, because they're just so capable of making the first man miss.
Tom Silverstein.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Tom.
I realize you can't predict what guys might be on COVID of the opponent. So do you ever go through those kind of scenarios during your week when you're planning? And as part B to that, when you found out that Cousins wasn't going to play, there has to be some adjustments you have to make, right? I mean, they are going to run the same system, but he's a different guy, right?
Yeah, but I think it more or less comes into play, Tom, when you're playing a totally different style of quarterback. If you're going to get a guy that can really run around and they're going to switch to all zone read, I think that has more of an impact. Certainly there's always adjustments, but that goes on throughout the course of a game. It goes on throughout the course of a week as you find out new guys, whether or not they're playing or if there's a new injury or whatnot. So, but I think by and large, your game plan stays pretty much intact.
Bill Huber.
Hey, Matt. Yesterday, Joe was talking really highly about Jair's day. How did his week go, and is he getting close, you think, to getting back?
He certainly looks good out there, running around, bringing a lot of juice, a lot of energy, doing a great job, on both sides of the ball.
And last one, MK Burgess.
Hey, Coach, you got me?
I got you, MK.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier in the week how it was kind of a pick your poison, whether you stuff the box or focus on Justin Jefferson. Obviously, you just talked about how you respect Sean Mannion, but how do you now expect them to do kind of more of a run-heavy offense when you don't have an arm like Kirk Cousins behind under center?
Well, I think that's probably the natural thought process, is that they're going to lean on the run a little bit more. And, we felt that way a little bit last week, that Cleveland was going to run the ball, and it certainly didn't necessarily help us. So I'm sure we're going to have to show the improvement. We're going to get attacked, I would say, in a similar fashion, and we're going to have to answer to that. And I think our guys have had a good week of prep. I think we have everybody on the same page, and that's where it starts. It starts with the communication, making sure we're putting our guys in a great position, and then it goes back down to that effort that they play with down in and down out. And I've been pleased with that, and that's what I expect on Sunday.